In this short video, we're going to look at the Performance Insight, which enables you to test the sensitivity of your plan towards investment returns. Before we do that, let's make sure that we've got inline help switched on. To do that, you come up to the home button at top right, click Preferences, and make sure that inline help is switched to yes. So now if we come to the Insights page, the names of the various insights are down the left-hand side, and next to each of those you will see the Information button. If you click on that, Inline Help will pop out and you get a short paragraph which explains briefly what the insight does, and then if you click Read More, you can open up an article in our knowledge base which will explain in more detail exactly what the insight does, and that's on a separate tab in your browser. So if we come back now to our Insights page, close down Inline Help, and we'll start to run this insight. We can do that either by clicking on the insight name or on the arrow on the right hand side of the screen. So here we are in the Performance Insight, and remember that insights are a range of tools that we've built into the software to help you answer specific client questions or questions that you may have when you're working out an advice strategy for your client. And on the Performance Slider screen, we can see the cash flow chart. At the top, I've got it showing cash flow simple. The blue bars represent positive cash flow in this plan, but towards the end we have some red, which indicates a potential shortfall. And beneath the chart we have the performance slider, and this has marks on the bar which represent 1% increase to investment returns if I move the slider to the right, or a 1% per annum decrease if I move the slider to the left. And this 1% relates to using fixed investment returns in your plan. If you're modelling by asset allocation, you will actually see the simulated returns expressed in a slightly different way in this box on the right hand side. So currently we're modelling 0.5% per annum returns on our cash in the plan, but for our invested assets, our pensions and our ISAs, for example, we're modelling 4% per annum growth after charges. Now at that rate of return, we've got a shortfall in the plan. What difference would it make if perhaps the clients were able to take a little bit more risk and we could move them into funds that might give them a slightly higher rate of return? Move the slider one notch to the right to increase investment returns and click Get Started to start the insight running. And if you look at the chart, you'll see that we no longer have any red. If we were to achieve 5% per annum returns on our invested assets over the lifetime of the plan, that should be sufficient to eradicate the shortfall. And we can toggle back to our 4% view to see the difference. The box has showed me what I'm actually modelling. I was originally modelling 4%. My simulation is now modelling 5% per annum. And if I want to see the impact of that, not just in cash flow, but on their asset values, I can change the chart view by clicking on the Assets tab, for example, and I'm going to hide my non-liquid assets so that I can focus on the liquid assets. So now that we're modelling 5% per annum growth, in our working years, we're accumulating and getting those 5% per annum returns. During our living the dream stage and later life, we're still getting 5% per annum, but we're decumulating. We're having to spend our liquid assets. But at 5% per annum return, in the final year of the chart, we can see that in addition to our emergency fund, which I'd ring-fenced, that's that pink savings amount, we've also got a little bit of money left in our investments, as opposed to if I toggled back to my original plan, again hide the property, and you can see that I'm only left with my emergency fund from about age 82 onwards. And of course, if we were to rerun the simulation, increasing it by yet another 1% per annum, so that my box is now showing 6% per annum. Again, if I focus on the liquid assets, at that rate of return, we've got even more money left in the plan. I hope you found this video useful, so watch out for the other videos linked to the other insights in the software that you can access via Inline Help.